welcome back to Vidyapaka. Today we'll be doing another very interesting case law, that is Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. A very predominant case law from your Indian Contract Act perspective. It's also a case law which explains you what exactly is general offer. So without further delaying, let us start with today's topic, that is Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. So what exactly happened in this case? It's a very interesting case. So during the time of 1892, there was a very deadly disease, just like today's date of corona. There was a very deadly disease called as influenza. Influenza means something called flu. It is a very higher version of your common cold and cough, but during those days it was very severe. I'm talking about 1890s. During those days it almost killed close to 10 lakh people. So there was a company called as Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. They said that we have manufactured a medicine to cure influenza. Not only cure, if people take this, it will also help them to not get affected from influenza. So what did they do? They developed a medicine called as smoke balls. That was a medicine. So they said, if at all you use this medicine, it will cure influenza. And they manufactured that medicine was smoke balls. And further to sell the product really well, they gave a paper advertisement saying that we have come up with a very good medicine. People, why don't you give it a try? If you consume our medicine, you will not at all be affected by the disease called influenza. And in the paper advertisement, to pull people to them, they also said that if at all you use our tablets, that is smoke balls. Smoke balls was nothing but a tablet name. If at all you use our tablets based on the prescription given, it was like a capsule which you have to directly put in your nose, which used to clear the nostrils. That is how they used to work. So if you consume our tablets, that is our capsules, you will not at all get influenza. Now, if at all you still get influenza after consuming our tablets, then we will give you a reward of 100 pounds. That was the promise which they published in a paper advertisement. And also to say that yes, we are serious on this, they deposited 1,000 pounds in a bank account, saying that see, we are serious. If someone gets influenza tomorrow, we have also deposited 1,000 pounds in the bank account. If you get it, we will give it to you. 100 pounds will be given to you. So to show their seriousness, they had deposited 1,000 pounds in a bank account. So tomorrow, whoever comes and claims it, they will get this 100 pounds out of this 1,000 pounds. Now, looking at this advertisement, there was one lady, our heroine of the case, Miss Carlyle. Carlyle Elizabeth saw this ad and she purchased the tablets and she started using the tablets as per the directions given on the bottle. The direction was, you should consume the smoke balls for 2 weeks, thrice in a day. If at all you still get this, then you will be rewarded 100 pounds. So she was very impressed. She went and she purchased the smoke balls and she started using it as per the directions. And it was no exception. Even Carlyle ended up getting influenza even after using those tablets. She went and she asked for the reward money with the company, that as per your promise, I started using it and still I ended up getting influenza. Smoke Ball Company did not perform their part of the promise. They said, we will not pay you the consideration. Carlyle asked why. We said, yes, if at all there is anyone who consumes this tablet and if you still get influenza, we will pay you. But did you come to us and did you tell that you were performing or you were consuming the tablets? Did you inform us? No. Then where was an agreement or a contract between us? How did they say that? Indian Contract Act says offer plus acceptance only becomes an agreement. There was an offer, yes, we gave. But where did you come and tell us that you are accepting our offer? You never came and told us. That was the contention of Carbolic Smokeball Company. As it is, every part of the story, they end up fighting and they go to the court. So in the court, they said the same thing. Your Honor, there was an offer which we gave in the paper ad. But this lady never came to us and she never told that she is accepting the offer. She started using, but where did she tell that she is taking up the offer? So when there was nothing of this sort, when there was no acceptance, how can there be an agreement? That was the question of Carbolic Smokeball Company. Miss Carlill's lawyer contended her really well. He said, Your Honor, there was an offer given by Carbolic Smokeball Company. There was an offer. In these cases, unlike a specific offer where if you offer something to any one individual, he will only communicate the acceptance. That is called as specific offer. Whereas this was a case of general offer. When it is offered to people at large, public at large, that is numerous number of people, then it is general offer. Anyone amongst them can accept it. And here in this given case, consuming the tablet itself was considered as acceptance. So Carlill started consume it as per the directions. That consumption itself was considered to be acceptance and no express acceptance was required, and hence there was an agreement. An agreement which was enforceable by law became a contract. And in this case, even the judge said, yes, Carbolic Smokeball Company is liable to pay £100 to Carlill as promised. So this was a very interesting case law of Carlill versus Carbolic Smokeball Company, and also a case law for general offer. I hope this cleared all your doubts, and thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for